everybody. So here's a little tool that I've built over the years. It's come in really handy, especially if I need to print out a calendar for reference, to do a little bit of planning, or just to print out, copies of and put up. And also, uh, this tool lets you generate, a calendar for any month of any year. So you'll see that it just automatically it has a Monday to Sunday. Um, 7-day view. It's nicely formatted, and believe it or not, it's quite easy to do. Now, instead of just providing you with a template, I wanted to show you a little bit under the hood how it works. So yeah, let's get right to it. So first, you have this little field here that is the month and the year. And what you have to do is type out month followed by year, and then the calendar adjusts accordingly. So here in this row, you have Monday to Sunday. I like it Monday to Sunday because my weekend is at the end. You could change this up any way you want. Now the row above this, I have a series of numbers, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. The way the function I'm going to use works, it always takes Sunday to be the first day of the week, and so on. So Sunday is one, Monday is two. So as you move these days around, maybe you want to start your week with Saturday, Sunday, or Sunday, Monday. You just have to make sure you move the numbers that are above this also. All I'm doing right now is building this first row using two bits of information. One, I'm using the month, the first day of the month that I'm taking from cell F3, and I'm using a function called weekday. Now what weekday does, which I'll show you right here, is if I say weekday, basically returns the day of the week from 1 to 7 based on whatever date I feed it. So all I'm doing in this first row is, delete that out. All I'm doing in that first row is I'm trying to figure out which day of the week, the first of the month, whichever month that might be, it falls on. So in every cell, I'm basically saying, take the value here, find out if it's this day of the week. So if the weekday value of this is equal to the value in this cell, if it's 2, put it here. If it's 3, put it here. If it's 4. So you'll see that if I go from August to September, it shifts because the 1st of September is a Thursday, and that's a value of 5. So I do the check, right? And then in this first row, there's one more thing I have to do, which is once I find out the first of the month, the next of the month is always going to be that value plus 1. So the moment I find which day of the week the first of the month is, I just configure my formula to add 1 to it. Now that's the first row. So this is the same formula, and if you kind of read through it, you want to pause the video and read through it, I think you'll get it. The only cell that's a little different is the first cell because obviously there's nothing preceding it. The second row on it's really simple. All it does is it adds 1 to the last value. So this cell adds 1 to this cell, and so on and so forth, and then the same thing in this cell. Now I just repeat the formula all the way down. Now there's one more trick to this, which is if you go to conditional formatting, what I did was I added a rule that said um, it's a rule if for this range from B6 to H11, if the month value of, and you just give it the first cell, but really it's going to apply to every cell, the month value of the cell is greater than the month value that I'm working on, I just made the cell completely white. I filled it with white and I made the font color white. So in reality, even though I have a formula within each of the cells below, because it's beyond September, it's just going to white it out. So if it has October in here, it's going to white it out. And there you go. I mean, this works really well, right? It adjusts itself. It gives you, it handles, because it has 5, 6 weeks. It can handle pretty much, a month of 31 days, starting at the end of the week and going all the way out. So works really well. And then you could always configure this with print and make sure that you format it so that it's just about right. There you go. Neat on a page. You could print it as many times as you want. You could change. You could, you know, do it for different months. You can also, you know, with a little bit of tweaking, you could create this for multiple months. So you could move this over here, paste it out here. Got another calendar. The only thing you have to be careful of is um, that any hard coding works, right? So one thing that may not work here is the whiteout. So yep. So that's the one thing you'll have to do. You'll have to go and create another formula, and I could probably show you how to do that. The conditional formatting formula. Other than that, I think you're pretty much set, and it's really simple. Um, so K6 to Q11. I'm gonna say 4 months. I'm gonna edit this formula from format to custom format. Month to case of month. This is gonna be F. Is gonna become O. Done. And there we go. So now you have October, you have November, and so on. So I mean, very useful. Hey, if you like this, hit me up in the chat. Let me know what more you'd like to see. Thank you.